He didn't think I'd last that long. You know what I mean? Because, man, I started hammering about 10 o'clock yesterday morning.
Do you want a cup of coffee?
No, we was working on that lawnmower. I got to have me a beer. He said she done drank 7 of them on me. That's what he said.
Good morning, ladies. See, I told you, you do not drink. Your dad went out to pick him up. He was hitchhiking down the road.
Your dad picked me up. He saved my soul. Well, especially the soles of my shoes. Hopefully. Then your dad says, man, he says, you're lucky you didn't make it that way. They got the road closed. He said, you had to hitch all the way.
So where did they pick that up? By Kurt.
South Carolina. What, the back?
Where's my dad?
Wait, your dad. Probably had to run somewhere this morning.
Dad to go home. He's going to pressure wash his house. Buy a pressure washer. Your dad.
I thought you heard him come in. I thought you heard him come in. He was sitting out there and I saw him. I said, it's scary out there.
He said, where are you at? He said, where's she at? I bet she ain't even up yet. You still up there asleep.
And then we heard you laughing as soon as you heard him. You want something to eat, bud? Got plenty of lunch meat and rolls and...
I'm fasting.
You're fasting?
Yep.
Ran down to that creek pretty fast, huh?
Oh, God.
Oh, wait a minute, you said creek.
Said creek.
Did you? Okay.
Run down by the creek.
I'm waiting to hear from Danny. He's probably passed out somewhere.
I don't know where he's at, man. Hey, if he run the same way I went, he probably down there in the creek.
Did you page
You
him?
know,
I paged him.
If he calls, if he answers the page, get on there and like you want a meeting real quick. Where are you at, boy?
He comes say, Dan, come bail me out.
Leave me for the police.
yeah.
He might have tried to wake you up.
Hey. They just called this flatbed guy in, tow that car. He was pulling up by the time these guys telling me to run.
What kind of car is Danny got?
I don't know what the hell it was. It was
Was it
some
new?
beat up, no, old
Yeah.
Oh, so
traffic
you got
thing.
that white, is a
Little
little white,
white.
oh, God.
Cause some of it's an old trashy thing that looked like my truck, holes in the floor and shit.
The old
you know.
white car they were driving around. Oh, I mean, they've had it for a long time. I mean, it used to be Bobby's and Danny laughed at him. But I mean, Danny didn't seem bad last night. We left here and he was talking. Hey, don't drink any more beer, hon.
Oh, I have need one more.
You're gonna be
Yes, Lord.
sleeping all day. I don't even get a chance to talk to you.
I ain't gonna sleep. I ain't passing out.
Oh, okay.
I'm staying up. I'm partying though. I am. I'm a man. I'm in a good mood, man.
Oh,
And
God.
man,
How does he leave it?
don't take it away.
Well, you must
No,
have,
I won't.
you must have the luck with
Don't
you.
take
You
it.
must have the luck with you. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be this fortune?
Wow.
We give you a chance to go instead of just throwing in and then cling.
Or bad for the people that have to sit with him. Oh, God. That's who we feel sorry for. The people that are sitting with him on the plane. Can you hear him snoring all the way?
Hey, did they put somebody in Tiny's seat?
Man, when I flew down,
Was there someone in Tiny's seat when you flew?
No,
So you
it
had
was
two
the
seats.
most emptiest plane I ever seen in my life, man. Every time I got on planes before, it was full. This is the most emptiest plane. Like you guys says, you feel sorry for the people who sit with me.
Exactly.
Hey, I was all the way in the back. I had a seat all the way in the back. It wasn't a person in 10 rows from me, man. I'm the only one sitting back there. The only people who talked to me, man, was the stewardesses, cause they had to
Were they
sit
men?
there and
Were they
strap
men?
down, you know, when we took off. Anyway, hell, we don't give a shit about you. What do you say I'm gonna fall cause I'm going like that? Man, there's nobody that can stand up better than me when I'm like this. Oh man. And the worst part about it, I'm gonna go from that position to dead asleep. I can stand there and go to sleep. Get over there. You see me before. I can just stand there and go to sleep. And stay there all night. Never even spill my beer, man. I wake up, be daylight, you know? It'd be daylight. Go out there.
Ooh.
Ain't even cold.
Man, I didn't have no lunch
Ain't
meat.
cold anymore, you know?
I said, I know I didn't have any of that lunch meat last night, but it sure as hell smells like it out here right now. Oh, look who.
Man, Steve, you throwed a hell of a party, man. Hell of a
Oh,
party.
that thing ended too fast. Then I was like, it was midnight and everybody's leaving.
Old Diane Roback, man. She didn't want nothing to do with it. I was rubbing on her butt and everything last night.
You're bad.
Well, she's changed in the years, man. Me and Diane has pretty good times before. Remember that old 66 Chevy best can I bought off Denise? That old beat up thing that I drove before I went in the Navy.
Yeah, I'm a big.
Remember that?
What?
66 Chevy best cane. Old
Yeah.
blue, faded out, man. It looked like it was a metal flake or something because of where all the paint had cracked that was on it. Bought it off Denise.
Let me, while I say that, let me call these. I see you went to church this morning now. Oh.
Ruth Ann got up this morning. She's running around here cleaning the place up.
We'd leave out of here, man, me, Diane, a whole bunch of us, kids, just pile in that car. I'd be driving, coming home out of high school.
I think these went to church.
Some days, man, I'd ride the whole way home in about second gear. Just popping the clutch. Just out of the breath,
Yeah, Ruth Ann.
you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. It's been a rough morning already.
Called
Your mom
Andrea
go
and
to church
these-
yet? Oh, did
I
you?
remember one
Okay,
time
once
in
she
high
gets
school,
back,
these
if she
guys
has
took
some
us
stuff
down
by, tell her to give me a call.
Route 100.
Okay?
There was
Eddie's here. I
there
figured
was a little
down
dirt
what
road
you
that went
guys
off
were
of
doing
Route
today.
100 into the center,
Come
up,
over and
up
eat lunch and
like this.
sit around and talk.
And we're in the back seat. Me and Buddy, these two guys are in the front seat.
Hi.
They're going, something's wrong with my steering. You know, we're doing 55, 60. Something's wrong with my steering. All of a sudden, we go off the road. We don't see that we're on this dirt road. All we see is we're going off the road. The guy next to me, like, put his feet, grabbed the first thing handy was my leg, put marks of mud hanging on it. I'm like this, with my hands on his feet. We go up this hill thinking we're going to crash and die. Got up to the top, the guys laughed at us.
You ain't got that thing on, do you?
That ain't one. I was sitting there from when I cleaned this morning. It was
Probably
somewhere I set on
out.
the table so it wouldn't get messed up.
I
Is
thought,
that a juice from last night?
thought maybe you wanted me live for comedy hour or something.
Let me get you to tell that story again.
I had it on Ruth Ann last night when you walked in.
You know what, man? That's what makes people
Got
attractive.
that money, Sarah.
Your storytelling.
Should be.
You always
Probably
can
already
tell jokes. I mean, I can turn around and tell that same
Man.
joke and it didn't come across near what you did. I remember that one with the gooks. Remember when he swam across the river?
Come.
I don't understand how did, like, you had the hitchhiking. How did,
He
Well-
don't understand that either.
I was about 18, 20 miles from Baltimore. I mean, from Rivera Beach up in Baltimore. There ain't no way I had enough money to hire a cab to drive that far, you know. There wasn't no buses running.
And there ain't too many people that stop for hitchhiking.
And I couldn't call nobody because I didn't want to get anybody out of bed. So I was hitchhiking.
Plus, you didn't know where he was, so it's kind of hard.
Plus
to
I
stop
was
somebody to get
lost. You talk about hitchhiking, it's hard enough to get a ride when you're hitchhiking. But you get a ride and then you find out that you're going the wrong way, then you gotta get out and hitchhike back the other way. Got lost 2 times last night out there. I didn't know where I was. I was way over in Dundalk, somewhere right across here. If you'd have been shining a light, I might have found you over here, but I'm way over there. And the only thing I know, because there wasn't nobody know nothing about what Rivera Beach was, I said, somebody get me to Glen Burnie. That's what I said. Just take me to Glen Burnie. I might be able to find my way home from there. You know. I couldn't get no ride, so man, and it was getting cold. I was cold. And
He said he wanted the Dunkin' Donuts.
I went in the Dunkin' Donuts, ate me a couple of donuts, drank me a cup of coffee. It wasn't like it was going to keep me awake or nothing. I was sleeping in there, you know. Wake up, the guy, you know, Korean guy just yelling at me. Can't sleep in here, man. That's the only thing I can cipher out. I said, all right. Well, that was it. I ain't all there, Ruth.
We know you're not. We know you're not all there. Oh, God. Oh.
Man.
I just wonder where Danny is.
Did you ever get to his
He's
house?
in trouble.
No.
You ever meet Kathy Freeberger? You know Kathy Freeberger?
Was she your year
I know
or,
the name.
Dennis's
behind me.
girlfriend?
She was Dennis's younger sister.
Oh.
Boy, she was hot in high school. I mean, you know, she was a few years behind me, man. She was hot. Right?
Wait a minute. When you say just 1 year behind you?
About 2 years, maybe 3 years.
Oh, shit. I don't have a yearbook back that far.
You don't know. He woke
Well,
up-
anyhow, I find
he
out
woke
that
up
she just got
in
divorced,
Danny's
right?
car without Danny there, who was parked somewhere, surrounded by police. They were all around the car.
I just heard her name, man, and remembered what she was like, right? And
Yes, really.
I told
Instead
Raymond,
of
I
arresting
says,
him for vagrancy or whatever.
take me by her house, man. I
public
want to
drunkenness,
see her,
they
you
told
know?
him to avoid so they didn't have to
Because
do
they said
paperwork.
she was
They said,
asking about me.
Run, get out of here.
And
So he took off running. And he's running the wrong way. He was almost ready to
Oh,
fall.
by her house,
So the
man.
police
Yeah.
yelled at him again, come back here. He come back. He said,
Come
don't run
right
that way,
out,
run
man.
that way.
hugged all over me and everything. And I started a big old lip lock on her, you know. Well, that's when we was on the way over here, you know, to surprise you. I says, man. I said, Kathy, I got to go. She said, well, just stay here for a while, man. I gotta go. I said, I just come 500 miles to be the life of this party over there, man. I said, I got to go.
Well, thank
Yeah,
God for
you
that
don't
sense of.
Man, it's tempting.
Now, you know why Dad was probably upset is because you drank all his beer and he didn't have any beer.
Did he say that? Did he say that to you? No, I drank about 7 of his,
Well,
probably 8. I probably had 8 beers. Well, on the last one, they said he was going in and get me one. I mean, he said he was going in and get him one. I said, grab me one too while you're in there. Oh, what about the word? He come like 1 beer, still left in the 12-pack container. Right after he gave me an one. one beer left in that 12 pack. So I drank 9 beers.
Wait a minute, there's one left. And there was a
It's
12
one of the
pack.
few times that
And
Scotty
me and
got-
Dad got one.
Oh, okay.
So 9 and 2, me and Dad, is 11. And 1 left, that's 12. Right?
Okay.
How
one of
many,
the
how
few
many,
times, it's one of the few times Scotty got less out of a 12 pack than the other
how
guy.
many beers you get in a 12 pack?
So
You
how
know?
many beers you get in 12 pack?
12.
Just wondering.
You know how many beers you get in a 22 pack?
22.
Yeah, you know what a 22 is? That's 2 beers minus a case, right? 2 beers minus a case. So a 22 pack is what you come home with. Because you always got to drink 2 on the way home. So you come in, you said you get a case? I said, hell no, got a 22. 22 pack. Like your mom told you last night, don't ever start drinking. Because it's addicting. It makes you crazy. Look at me. You think I'm all there? Huh? I used to be at one time when I was about 11. Because I started drinking when I was about 12. I ain't been right since. That's the only way I know how to multiply and divide. Because you got to count the beers. You know what I mean? You got to count the beers. See how many you drank.
How many did you drink?
Yesterday?
His math's not too good.
Yesterday? How many you think I drank yesterday?
I don't know.
I'd guess a big pile.
I bet I drank 35 beers yesterday.
How mu- Wow, that's like you and Woodard there for a while. There was for a stretch
35
of time,
beers.
she was drinking 20, 30 glasses of water in a day.
One day.
Will you ever just walk in?
But I'll tell you
ever
the
just
truth.
walk into the bathroom and open a beer and just pour it into the toilet
Mm-mm.
to save the time? Avoid the middleman.
I won't say no. It'd be a good one, but I won't say no. Trying to be a nice guy, I'm thinking.
Nothing over Daniels.
Where'd he go?
We don't know.
Did he go home?
We don't know where he went.
Why did you have the car?
If I get too drunk to fly back, I'll just stay. I'll just stay.
So did you drive to Columbus?
Yeah, but Tiny had to take the car back home.
Oh, so she's got to come back up.
Can
and
I
get you?
smoke in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Sorry with me.
give me an ashtray, baby.
She wouldn't know where an ashtray was.
Oh, she smokes when you're gone.
That's some other habit you better never start.
No, that definitely don't start that one. Woo!
That
That's
one's harder
bad.
to stop than the other one.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't want to stop.
Well, you had a good first night in Maryland. That's funny.
I cannot believe it, man.
Danny just bailing out and running.
You go in like Virginia, man. I had hell when I was in Virginia because, man, I get picked up and locked up in jail for just walking down the street. You know what I mean? Trying to get back to the boat. They'd pick you up, man.
Lock you up just for being there.
What are you doing out here? Well, we're going to have to charge you with public intox. I said, what the hell am I hurting, man? I'm just walking down the damn, the darkest highway in the world, just about, you know. And they picked me up, saying I'm drunk in public out there. I says, where you go? Well, we don't want nobody to mug you or anything, you know, you shouldn't even be out here. I says, hey, I said, if they're dumb enough, try to mug me. Don't worry about it. I said, don't you worry about me. I says, cop says, man, you're going to jail. Public intox. Yep,
You lucked out this time.
if you guys really want to learn something, learn it right now while you're young. Don't ever start drinking and don't ever smoke cigarettes. And have a good life and be happy and you'll be rich. You'll be rich. If I had all the money that I spent on cigarettes and beers, we could stretch $100 of bills side by side all the way across that bayfront and walk to Sparrows Point. Every dime I ever made in my life, every penny, spent it on beer or cigarettes. I don't have nothing to show for it. Hey, I got some tools and stuff, but I still am, you know. Hey, learn it now. Learn it now. Be there and be good people, because you guys are good people. Huh. Sarah. Ruth Ann, just like my mom. And you're just like Ruth Ann. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When you get older, you'll bust loose. You'll be crazy. You'll be crazier than what she is.
I had to put the net up.
Think she's crazy?
I had to put the net up. Get Denise and Jimmy over here. And everybody on their knees playing indoor volleyball. With all these balloons. We used to do that. I don't know if we do it
So
anymore.
Gary's your dad.
Unfortunately.
Thanks to
Where was
Gary.
Where was he coming? Where would he be coming from early in the morning on a Sunday up to Brooklyn? Work?
No, he's
Right.
went up there to try to get some motorcycle parts.
Oh yeah. Flea market or something?
No, some guy he knows up there works on motorcycles.
John?
I don't know what the guy's name is, but he lives right up there in Brooklyn.
John. He's got his.
And he was getting ready to turn in that street, man. I was like,
Hello.
man, I already walked a long ways, you know. I says,
No.
like that. I had my thumb out,
Yeah.
like that. He stopped, man, held up about 3 cars behind him. That's what I said. I'm going, I'm riding with him. He says, we gotta go down here, man, get some car parts, if you don't mind waiting. Ain't you Ruth Ann's brother? I says, yeah, I'm Ruth Ann's brother. I met him right here last night at the party. I just couldn't remember his name. But thank God he remembered me, man. I'd have had a long walk ahead of me, 'cause I wasn't gonna call nobody.
Oh, when he used to get drunk, he used to get picked up by his friends.
Well, your dad doesn't drink at all anymore, right?
Her dad seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. He helped me one time.
Hey.
He helped me put a clutch in my truck once.
I'll tell you
We
what,
had a nice building that was heated in the wintertime.
I don't think that guy ever forget me, 'cause man, I talked his ear off coming down the road. It was better
He
than
looked
the
a little-
radio,
He
man.
looked a little stunned walking down the sidewalk.
It was better than the radio. Oh man, I was just rattling.
When
You know,
when you
telling
guys come walking up
stories,
the
man.
sidewalk, Ruth Ann says, that ain't Gary Is it? That's Eddie for sure. I said, I don't know who the other guy is. I said, yeah, that's Gary and Eddie. How'd they get together? I said, I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Oh man, I talked this hero. Oh, your dad be talking about me for a long time. You can bet your sweet soul on that. And you probably will too, because you can't keep that smile off your face looking at me. Man, hey, you know what? You guys, man, just watching me and smiling and everything, you just built up my inspiration. You know what I mean? Hey, when you start getting old, man, you don't know if you're still attractive or not. And the more that you look at yourself, man, the uglier that you get. You know what I mean? The uglier that you get. Hey, it feels good, man, to see it like a young girl watch an old man like me, man. That gives me the inspiration. Then, see, it's coming summertime. I don't know if you guys ever know me, right? But I like to run in the summer. And, hey, I like to love,
He's telling the story.
I like to love girls, man. Hey, in the summer, man, I like to love girls, you know. And don't you guys be doing that. Don't you guys be none of them girls. You guys got to protect yourself, right? If you wanna remain a nice, clean girl,
Take a bath
you got
every
to
day.
take care of yourself.
Take a bath every goddamn day.
Just like, man, I'm gonna go
It's
back.
either Adele or Annie's. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go back to Ohio.
Tiny's still at the airport.
Now she'll
Did she
pick me
drive-
up
did she
from the
drive
airport.
home? Did she drive home?
And she'll get to run her mouth about that ticket. I know.
Oh yeah.
And I'll have to tell her, shut
This is last summer we took an airplane ride going for about, we were down in Florida, took him on a seaplane.
Oh, yeah.
For Father's Day. Stephanie never been in an airplane at all. We take off of the water in this little seaplane. There's 6 of us in there. I mean, we're all, it's ain't no more room for nobody. Stephanie she was like holding on to Ruth Ann's arm like she wouldn't let go the whole time. Ruth Ann had bruises in her arm when we finally got back down.
Man.
She didn't like that ride.
Where is like how in the world did he go around?
It sounds like Danny didn't want to get arrested for DWI for being drunk and operating a car, so when he seen the police, he jumped out
And run.
and beat feet and got himself lost.
Hey,
So they couldn't catch him.
they asked me, they says, who was driving the car? I was like, I don't know. I wasn't. You know. They said, was you driving the car? I said, no, I wasn't driving the car, man. If I was driving the car, what the hell would I be doing sitting over here? You know. Passed out. I said, you guys just woke me up. Because they about made me mad. They just woke me up.
There ain't no reason to get mad at police though.
Drinking ain't the only thing bad. It's becoming an alcoholic that is bad. And I, your Uncle Ed, am an alcoholic. Right?
No.
And when you're an alcoholic, the way they consider you to be an alcoholic is if you have a blackout. A blackout is you can't remember nothing. And last night, I had about 4 blackouts. 4 blackouts. But the first one was, I know I fell asleep going up the road, man, and then I heard like Danny say, oh, like oh shit, man, the cops, right? I remember, man, got my head up far enough to look out the rearview mirror, and man, you could see the flashing lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from there, man, I was out. That's the last I remember of. I was out. Then they're waking me up, and the badgers like Danny's car door's still wide open, right?
He just jumped out and ran.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you do when you're his age. One too pleasant for you, though.
If I'd have been anywhere else, man, but home. But home,
Who knows? I mean,
I've been gone to jail.
We'd have been
For
coming,
sure.
yeah, we'd have been coming to Southern District or someplace.
they closed that place down.
I've been going for a long time.
Well, hell, with all this kind of stuff, it sounds like America's turning into Nazi Germany. They don't let
It
you on
is,
airplane.
man.
They don't let you on
It
airplanes
is.
without
Just love your.
the ID tattooed on your head.
This is the most communist country in the world.
I keep telling Sarah if they were if they're left.
Tell you what, they decorated good. I just noticed. That's pretty.
Like overseas,
prettier.
man.
I think it's prettier decorating than Ruth Ann's ever done.
Alrighty, come on.
Like overseas,
Bye bye.
Steve.
Hmm?
If you steal something, go break your knuckles. Go break your knuckles on your hands if you steal something. Here in the United States, they just slap you on the wrist because they want your money. That's all they're interested in. If you can pay the money, you can get yourself out of anything.
It's the way it works over here.
They give me a chance one time. They said, you want to go to alcohol rehabilitation for 3 days or go to jail for 3 days? I says, which one they feed you better at? That's what I asked them. And he said, the alcohol rehabilitation center, but you got to pay $250 to go there. I says, how much is it going to cost me to go to jail? He said, it won't cost you nothing to go to jail. I says, send me to jail for 3 days. I'm gone.
I get you some coffee?
No,
No.
grab me one of them Rolling Rocks. Get them Budweiser out of that cooler. Is there any Budweiser in the cooler in there? Get me one of them, Ruth Ann. These Rolling Rocks got me going.
You can't get them out. You can't get them out in Ohio, can you?
Rolling Rock?
You do. Who's the
First beer I ever drank in my life looked like that. A little bit different bottle, man. They used to engrave it right in the bottle instead of having all these labels.
Yeah, we go out here swimming. You'll probably step on a couple of them bottles now and again.
You know why? There was a guy that just lived right up the street here, man. He had a pop machine. But it had all old Rolling Rock beers in it. There wasn't a pop one in that thing. Quarter, you could get you a Rolling Rock that size. Man, we sneak up there one of these kids, man. Pocket full of quarters. Get more beers than what you can carry. You know. Jump on a bicycle and ride all the way on the other side, you know, the beach.
Go down there
And
in the
drink
water
it.
and drink them.
Down by our turf, man.
Break the bottles on the rocks. That's why I'm always picking up glass out there.
Oh man, I hate to even see anybody bring a glass bottle in my yard. You know what I mean? Oh, I do. I mean, I can't stand it. Like you said, though, I mean, I did the same thing.
Sure.
And kids is worse. You know.
Damn right.
I think that I was never bad, man. I was bad probably every day of my life. You know what I mean?
But you can't, you
Remember
know.
when you weren't supposed to go swimming, you were always down there swimming. Good times. I'm sorry.
I used to go crabbing on them piers, barefoot and stuff, man. I'd have more splinters in my feet. I can remember Mom, Ruth Ann, Denise, Bobby, and Jimmy hold me down on the table, man, pulling splinters out of my feet. Your feet's gonna get infected. I said, don't worry about them damn splinters, man.
That's why they used to call him Edgar J. Crab.
Oh,
That's
man.
all he wanted to do in the summer was go
I
crab.
caught more crabs than Rivera Beach than probably anybody ever did in their whole life. I was a crabiness, maimingest, jammingest fool out there by the pond or the creek or wherever. No, don't never start drinking. If you do, take a nice sociable drink. Drink maybe 1, 2 at the most, then leave. If you get the urge for another one, just leave. Hey, go out. Buy the hubcaps off cars or something, you know. Old dogs do, you know. No, I'll tell you what I did wrong early this morning, man. You know what I did wrong early this morning when I was walking down the road? I found half of a joint. A joint is marijuana. You know what I'm talking about? I smoked it. I had a 2.5 pack of cigarettes in my pocket, but I seen that joint laying there and I, have at her. I picked it up, looked at it, looked good, man. Must have blowed out somebody's car window because it was right on the side of the road, you know. All I is. Right there on Church Street in Baltimore. Looking for my damn lighter. Hell, I got 2 of them, but I got 6 pockets, man. I can't even find 2 of them, right? I got this joint, you know. Looking around, make sure I don't see no cops. Yeah, that was just the first hit, man, but I finished that thing off about the same way every time, you know. Oh, man, I was just running, standing there trying to hitchhike about like this, you know. Flipped that roach over in the gutter. I said, I ain't gonna get no ride anyhow. I just started walking. Just started walking and hitchhiking backwards.
You just walking when Gary passed you or come up on you?
There was, he stopped. He was stopping because he was getting ready to make a left-hand turn, man. And I was standing there and I was like this, and I went like that, like. I was like, man. He stopped at dead stop, man. Got 3 cars backed up. And he says, like this. Come on, get in.
Come on, Bonnie.
Come on, get in. I says, yeah. I said, man, I thought I'd never get a ride. He says, I gotta stop down here and try to get some motorcycle parts. He says, ain't you Ruth Ann's brother? I says, yeah. You know I'm Ruth Ann's brother.
Did you remember
Hey.
him? Did you remember him
Yeah,
the night before?
but I couldn't remember his name. That's what I saw. I says, I know you now. I says, I can't remember your name. He says, it's Gary. I says, all right. Oh, man. And from there on, man, I don't think he said 2 words else. I was like,
I'll have to
Like,
call your dad
yeah.
and talk to him later.
You ever play Pac-Man, man? And that Pac-Man mouse just goes like that.
Yeah.
That's what I look like in that truck, Pac-Man. Your poor dad couldn't get a word in edgewise. I told him my whole life story, and
Did he stop
About
at
a
the liquor store for you,
hour.
or were you carrying him down the street with you?
I got him to stop. We went to 3 different places before we found one.
Hey, that was, he needed a break from you talking, huh? And he was still sitting there when you come out.
He didn't even go in with me, man. Oh man, he was fascinated. I had that man's mind dazzled. I had him dazzled. I says, if you ever, right, wanted to meet somebody that would be your friend, I says, I'm a friend, man. That's what I am. I'm a friend. Ain't I your friend? Am I your friend? You're my niece. But are we friends? Hell yeah, we're friends, ain't we? Your dad's my brother-in-law. But we're friends, ain't we, Steve?
Yeah.
We're friends. You have to be friends before you can be anything else. And friends are friends. Like Steve's.
Now, Danny, we don't know if he's a friend
Steve's
anymore.
my good friend.
He bailed out.
Ruth Ann.
No, actually,
that's
wake Daddy up.
Actually,
But Eddie
Danny,
didn't
no,
wake up.
Danny did
That's
the right.
right.
Danny did the right thing.
Yeah.
Save himself trouble.
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, I'm great. I don't care.
Well, I don't know where to
Yeah,
be.
he did the right thing if the police
But
were
Eddie's
coming.
here.
I told him that, man.
But still, you got an opportunity to get on his ass a little bit for the fun of it now. So
Oh, I mean,
that's why I want to hear from him.
okay, I'll get,
'Cause you're
I'll
in-
get
you're in-
on him. Man.
You're in good form.
I'll get on him. I'll get on him.
You can probably scare the shit out of him. What you do leaving me?
You ever heard me rip somebody's ass?
No.
Oh man, I am mean. I bought, well, my specialties are kids, right? I ain't never busted no kid's ass. But I can put words in them that fear them worse. That's what they call mental abuse or physical abuse. Physical abuse is when somebody busts you up alongside the head. Mental abuse is when they yell at you so loud that it just goes right through your ears and into your head. You know what I mean? The only pride and joy that I have in my life, right, other than a can of beer, cigarette, is my grass in my yard. And when somebody messes up my yard, oh boy, I get mad.
You got your grass growing good?
Yeah. But the kids ain't got tracked
Did
down.
you get that stream deep this past winter with all that snow? We get a lot of.
Come up one time. Boy, washed my bridge out. And man, that water was cold too. It was wintertime, man. I had a pair of rubber boots on. And I went and got in there when it was, because it went down.
Yeah.
Creek went down. I said, I gotta move that bridge, man. There was about that much of the 4x4s on each side of that bridge sitting on that sand bank. The only and everything underneath was washed out. What held it there, I don't know, right?
Faith.
But I waited till the creek went down because I thought it was going to be washed away. Then the creek went down just a little bit the next day. I said, I gotta go get my bridge, man. Gotta go get my
Go down the
bridge.
road to get my bridge.
And
You know you live in a
I
bad
didn't-
spot when you got to ride down the road to pick up your bridge.
I didn't
so
have
far
to
to
go
work.
though, man. It never went into the creek.
Well,
But I had to move it.
That water, if it got up that high, it must have been pretty close to underneath your trailer.
For one thing, one that wood does raise, man, I tie it to that old tree right over there by
Your trailer? Or the
No.
bridge? The bridge?
my bridge. And yeah, I just tie it to
Yeah.
to that tree, but it never did wash out. What I don't know what held it. But it was just too little right off the bank. But I went down that creek, man. The creek went down, put me on a pair of rubber boots, right? Sir, they come up to about here on me, and the water was about 2 inches under them. And the water was ice cold, man. I could feel my feet getting cold in them boots. And I was down there trying to move that bridge, and it was heavy. But it was stuck in this one side, you know, stuck in the one good side of that hip, or the creek bank. And when it busted loose,
I'm talking about busted moose. I want to cut one in here.
when it busted loose, I throwed that thing up, flipped it over. It busted one handrail off one side. I said, man, but I still gotta move it. I wanted to go get another bite on it, and the water just come right down both my boots. Ice cold water, man. My feet was freezing instantly, you know. I moved it on over though. You guys think I'm crazy, don't you? Sarah. Still like me?
Sure.
Are we friends? Hell yeah. And I know you're completely amazed.
See you.
Here comes Sarah.
Yeah, should have come out and keep an eye on John while Jacqueline did woke up.
You fall asleep in a minute. You wake up right back in the next minute.
He had the girls laughing so hard last night.
This will be a good
Moving
ending.
around and they said about Laura says,
We had a wonderful time.
Oh, yeah.
He was the life of the party. Still is, as you can see. Yeehaw! Tiny who.
who is it, hon? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I've cut down and given the kids the lollipops and the bubble gum because they're starting to get up on the porch. So they know if you keep jumping on the porch, I'll come out and see what's going on, and they'll get the lollipops. So now for the lollipops, goodies. They're so cute now. So cute. That little one is